Hello guys, and welcome to your Objective-C tutorial. This video will be short because I will be only explaining about classes and how do you implement classes in Objective-C. So let's start. And about classes. So as in any other programming languages, your main class or your main, let's say in C++, you have main.cpp, or in C you have this file called main.c, and this main, you can name it anything you want, but in this file, let's say, you will have the int main function, or the main function, where if you want to run your program, this is the main function where every execution will occur. So let's say we want to create a class called rectangle. In Objective-C, you have to create two files. One is rectangle.h and one is rectangle.m. So why do we have to create these two files? Okay, first of all, we have the .h file, which is just for telling what are our variables and what are our methods, just the name of our methods with the return type and the arguments, and without any further explanation. So I'll be supporting you with an example to explain more about these classes. So our main class, the .m, just for the record, Objective-C classes are of a .m if they are implementation classes, and a .h if they are an interface class, and we will differentiate between these two in the upcoming slides. So I have in my main class .m, I want to declare a rectangle and use an object or an instance of this rectangle in my main main.m. So I will first create two files, a .h and .m, and I will be showing you in the next slide how to, or what should be written inside each of these files. But for now, you have to know that whenever you want to create a class, there must be two files, a .h and a .m files. Okay, so let's start with the .h file. This is our rectangle.h file. First of all, you have to check this. The .h file is also called the interface. So I assume that you're already familiar with OOP. So this to start a .h file, you have to write at interface and end it with at end sign here. So how to declare or how to fill this .h file. First of all, you write at interface. Okay, then you write the class name. So our class is rectangle. Well, this colon and ns object is the class that rectangle will inherit from, and most classes inherit from ns objects. So just write it, and we'll be dealing with this later on. After that, you have to open braces, then to declare your variables. So there are a private, at public, and the protected type. But for now, I'll be using the private, and just to let you know that you can write at private int width, comma, height, comma, area, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'll be using this extended form. So as you can notice, we used a curly brace for declaring our variables. Now for our methods, I don't know if I haven't explained how to declare functions or use them in our classes, but this is how we create or declare a function. We use this is the return type, this is the name of our method, and this is the argument that our method will be taking. So just to explain more, to let's say clarify things up, this negative sign must be used to declare that this is a method. So this negative sign comes first. Then between two brackets, you have to type the return type. Okay. Then you have to assign a name for it, which is set width in my case, and a colon with the data type int between two brackets and the name of the argument. So this is how we declare a function, and in this .h file we just have to declare the function without implementing it. So we do the same for the setHeight method and the void area method. Okay, so this is how we declare our .h file. Okay, listen, rectangle here, or the purpose of this class is to be able to create a rectangle instance or instances and to assign a width and height, and this class will automatically, upon calling the area function or the area method, the area of this rectangle will be given without any calculations. So this is all for the .h file. Now let's move to the .m file, which is also called at implementation or the implementation file. And as you can notice here, the first word is at implementation, and we also end it with at end. So the same applies here. At implementation, our class name, which is rectangle. Then we only have to implement our methods. So as you can see, I just copied the at interface one. So this is voice set width int w, and I open two curly braces and implemented my method, which is just assigning the argument here to the width that I have declared in my previous file. So this is all for this method. The same applies here, and the same applies to the area. And as you can see, area equal height times width, and I'm telling it to print. The nslog is the printing method. The area of this rectangle is %i area. Okay, and then I end it with at end. So now I have a .h and .m file for rectangle. I now have a rectangle class, predefined rectangle or defined rectangle class. So how can I use it in my main function or in my main.m? Well, this is my main.m, the regular one. It's the import foundation.foundation, and if we skip this line, the int main, and we open the braces and close them at the end. So what did we add here? We added the import rectangle.h. So whenever you want to use an instance of your class, you have to first of all insert it or import it to your main.m. So we've imported rectangle.h. Then how to create an instance? Well, it's simply, or this line creates an instance for us. So rectangle rect, make sure that you use this star as a pointer. So our rectangle has an instance called rect, and we've allocated some memory for that. So you have to know that whenever you want to create an instance of your class, you have to type this line here. Now, how can we call a function or a method that is related to our instance? So this is the way how we call methods, the square brackets here. So our methods should be inside these square brackets, and it consists of two parts. The first part is our instance name, and the second one is the method name, attached to it the arguments that you want to send. So this is pretty different than any other programming language such as C, C++ or Java, where the calling of a method is just like this one. You call the method and you use these brackets. So this is the only difference in calling our methods. Okay, and third method is a rect area, and that's all for our methods. Now, whenever we use a rect, we allocated some memory for it, we have to release it at the end. So our rect is released at the end. Whenever you use any instance, you have to release it whenever you're not using it anymore, and the return 0 is for the int main. Sorry. So I guess that this is all for classes, and in the next slide or the next video we will be learning more about Objective-C. Thank you for watching, and just before I say thank you, this is a quick recap for what we've done. The main class, we import rectangle.h, and we have two classes, rectangle.h, rectangle.m. This one is called the interface, and this is the implementation. We have to put at interface and end it with at end, and here at implementation and end it with at end. This is all for this video. Thank you very much, and see you soon.